Right, we're gonna do some deadlifts together, guys. So, what you're gonna need is a barbell, standard barbell. What I don't want you guys grabbing is these. They're gonna make your life way harder. So, I don't wanna see anybody doing deadlifts with these. I'd far rather, so when it comes to deadlifts, I want you to start with the light weights. And you might stick on those weights for a little while, and that is absolutely fine. I remember when I first started lifting, this was probably one of the hardest exercises for me to master, and some of you guys might be feeling the same way. What we're also going to use is the big Olympic plates. Note, so these weights are exactly the same weight, as in they're both 5 kilos, but we do not want to be deadlifting using this kind of weight, so we're going to get rid of that. Bye. But what we do want to be doing is using the Olympic weights. The reason for this is because we need as much height off the ground as we can physically get to, because the anatomy is just not designed to go any lower. So what I'm gonna do is chuck a 5er on each side. And then you're also gonna want some of these clips as well. So I'll bring that in so you can see it. Yours might be the metal clips, it doesn't really matter, just any clip. And all we'll do is slide that over the edge of the dumbbell and literally clip it into place. The metal ones are like, I fucking feel sorry for you if your gym's got those, because they are hell. That's harder than the entire workout. But if they've got the metal one, you just need to literally clasp it and it'll open. So I'm just gonna chuck one of those on each side. Obviously goes without saying, we want the bar to be even. Now some of your gyms might even have a 15 kg bar, and that's absolutely fine as well if you want to start with that, but some of you might not. So 30 kilos could well be the lowest that you guys can actually get. And most of you will be absolutely fine to do this. And if you do struggle with 30 kilos, feeling like it's too much, then message me, because we do have alternative exercises, like you can do a deadlift with dumbbells as an example. So, really weird. But I'm gonna film this from the side so that you guys can see the whole thing. I'm gonna slightly bring it off at an angle in hope that you can see me. So the number one rule, so what you're gonna do, again, most exercises like this, we're starting feet directly underneath hips. If you were to do a little jump, where your feet land is directly where you want them to be. So we're going hip distance apart, and I want you guys to bring this bar right up to your shins. The further you have this away from your body, the harder the entire exercise is gonna be. I'm gonna bring it back just to make sure I'm in the shot. So I wanna be hip distance apart. Your arms are on a piece of string. So this is not an arm lifting exercise. That's another mistake that you see so many people making. They pick up the bar. We're not picking up the bar. The whole motion is starting down at your feet and coming up through your entire body. So yes, your arms are involved, but they're not the thing that's actually doing the work. So no picking up that bar. So I also want you to think pigeon chest. We want to be proud. I want you to imagine you've got something underneath your armpits that you've got to hold in place. So we really want to be strong with that start position. We're not like this, we're not picking the bar up like this, but we're not like that. We want to be nice and proud with our arms directly underneath our body, right up to the bar. Now when I start, I don't care about my back at this point because there's no weight going through it. But the moment we begin, I'm really going to get down and get my back fully engaged. Now, this is almost the opposite to an RDL. A Romanian deadlift, I never fucking want to see anyone look in the mirror. But with an actual deadlift, sometimes it can help to just flatten your bum that little bit more. So if you've got a mirror in front of you and you then put your head up, it flattens out your spine. So actually, I don't mind on this exercise if you want to look in front of the mirror when you're going to start. So we're going to come down, and then I want you to watch what happens. I'm going to sit back, okay? My lats are really heavily engaged. I'm going to take this off actually in hope. This is not an appropriate outfit for this, but I wasn't intending to do this today, but here we are. Right, so watch what happens. I'm hoping you can actually see it from the angle that I've set you guys up at. So my arms are on a piece of string. My shins are right up to that bar and I'm locking in. And you can physically see here how my muscles are now switched on and how I've come over the bar. And I'm looking to get my shoulder pretty much in line with that bar. And at this moment, what I'm gonna do is push through my feet to drive the bar up. And then there is a little pop at the top. So there is that little bit of a booty squeeze at the top. And then I bring the bar down and it starts exactly where it left off. So I don't bring it down and it's way in front of me. It stays straight back at my shins all over again. So I'm gonna drop in, drive, drive. Notice how my back is completely flat. I'm not doing this, but also, it's really hard to do it the other way. I've not got an arch under, because again, both of those are gonna put an enormous amount of load through your back. Now you will feel this in your back. It is strengthening that entire posterior chain, running right from your shoulders all the way down your hamstrings. No other exercise works as many muscles as a deadlift. It's physically impossible. So if you're really short on time, deadlifts are a banger. So I'm gonna do that again. And the other thing I want you to notice is, I'm not picking up the bar with my arms. I'm not doing that. My arms are on a piece of string. They're completely stationary and locked in. And see how my arms never bend throughout the exercise. Another good tip is if your bum is lifting first, so if I squat down, hang on, I've got to try and do this. If your bum, oh God, I can't do it. But basically, if you're coming up with your bum first through the lift, the load is probably too heavy for you. So again, you want to strip it back, work on your form first. That is a deadlift, guys. Good luck and enjoy.